Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to go over our daily technical analysis of gold and silver. We're going to look at the dollar, the 10-year yield, the precious metals themselves, ETFs, and individual companies. Obviously, is a big sell-off today, and I can kind of show you what's going on, I think, of what's happening. Please, this is just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. But let's dive in here and I'll let you know what the charts are doing. So looking at this, we got the dollar pulled up. We've had dollar strength ever since about May, June of 2021. It's been creeping higher. We've broken out of this pattern here and we've been moving on up. On a bigger long-term scale, we've got a uptrend line here that we are coming back and doing a retest of. And then I think we'll see hopefully a declining dollar. It's a very unique situation. We are experiencing dollar strength and inflation everywhere. And the dollar, remember, gold is nothing more than a measurement of dollars in the system. And when the dollar is in favor, people may not run to gold as much as the dollar, because gold is being priced in dollars, at least the way that we are viewing it. So if you price it in other currencies, you're going to see gold go up. So it's a currency game. And today we had the dollar go up 0.57%. And here we are going up today. And that's going to put pressure on gold, silver, platinum metals, and even copper. Looking at the 10-year yield, the 10-year yield's rocketing higher. And if we back out, we are trying to break up above this downtrend line. The downtrend line is this massive downtrend line all the way since the mid-1980s. And we are breaking to the upside of it just recently, today. So when I look at this and I see dollar strength, now dollar strength, that's just currencies, dollar relative to other currencies. And then you have the 10-year yield, and I suspected the 10-year yield is going to be shooting higher here. The 10-year yield going up and the dollar getting stronger, especially the dollar getting stronger. Gold does not like that. Gold does not like a stronger dollar. It's priced in dollars. And that's what basically prices everything is inflation and the strength or weakness of the dollar. So in a increasing interest rate environment, I can tell you right off the top of my head, energy loves that type of environment. It loves increasing interest rates. Now, if you look at gold had a little bit of a sell-off today. Yeah, we were down 28 bucks. I was coming right at this resistance line. It hit its head on it. We bounced on back. We had that stronger dollar. Does not like the stronger dollar. Now I'm going to show you something. I'm going to put a comparison here. I'm going to put the Dixie along with this chart here. And that's this line down here. I'm going to select it, pin to scale, new right scale, and this is it moving up and down against gold. Now, if you notice, you see here, logarithmic, there we go. Usually, these things kind of go inversely. Let me see if I can zoom way out and get some on here. That's way too far out. So if you look at like a weakening dollar, so this is a weakening dollar here. Let me get it. I'm going to put it in white here. So we've got this line here, and then I'm going to draw another line right about here. And what happened here is this is a weakening dollar throughout here, and that's when gold took off. And then if you look, the dollar was strengthening through this section here, and it's been quite strong. And you draw this across here, and that's what you get. And what we're looking at is this is the gold price overlaid with the dollar. Weakening dollar, higher gold price. Strengthening dollar, your gold price is going in a consolidation period. Now, if we're going to zoom in on the right-hand side here, we had a decline dollar here, and then it's been strengthening this past portion. And that's kind of where we're getting this consolidation period. So we might still be in the consolidation period. We need the dollar to weaken for gold to take off. And you could do the same thing with silver. silver is also very much correlated to a weakening dollar. When that dollar starts to weaken, silver starts to really take off. And then you've got this increasing dollar, the consolidation period of silver from 2011 till 2020. And I think we're going to be breaking to the upside once this dollar starts to weaken. And platinum's the same way. Platinum is the exact same way as the other ones. Platinum just reacts very quickly to it. So that's what we're seeing. And I'm going to take the dollar out of here. Actually, I'm going to put that back. There's the dollar in relationship to the XAU to gold ratio, declining almost in lockstep. So I'm going to take that out. Let's go log. And that's where we are. We had a down day today. We had a increasing dollar today. And this could go down still just by looking at the charts. We'll see what happens. That's Karora Resources, EXK. Again, get these things out of here real quick. We're just chopping sideways. We're waiting for a weaker dollar. SILJ's doing the same thing. We're waiting for a weaker dollar, guys. That's where we're at. We need a weaker dollar here for all this. We need a weaker dollar. Now, the patterns are there. They're in a consolidation mode. What that means is that we've had a stronger dollar. And there's a couple that bucked the trend, like metallic minerals. And again, this is very well aligned to move to the upside. It looks fantastic from a charting perspective. Koya Silver is a little bit under pressure there. Discovery Silver. Discovery Silver on a daily candlestick. It's looking good. It's still quite strong. AG is another one that looks good. We've got descending wedges here. Everything looks okay. It's just bouncing sideways. Newmont doing the same thing, bouncing sideways at the moment. Again, Mag Silver bouncing sideways. Yamana Gold still in its pattern, going sideways. Impact Silver finding some support, was up today. Aftermath Silver bouncing sideways. Arcana Silver, good update today, 7.3%. And then PLG is finding support right down here. And if you guys like PLG, I mean, there it is. It's at your support line. It's finding support. Big bullish engulfing. This would be where I would be a buyer. It's right at the support line. And then all of the royalty companies, they basically were weak today. I could go through them all, but they're all within their patterns. They're all quite weak today. Just kind of stepping through them here. But the one thing I really want to kind of touch on here is the dollar. We need a weaker dollar, because when things are priced in dollars, they go up. And I think we're going to get it. It's just we're waiting on that. We are waiting on that. And sometimes at the beginning of bull markets, these things go funky. People are going to transact back into dollars, get out of certain things. There could be scares. There could be weakening in stocks where people go to the dollar. And things are going to rotate all around. And this is where it gets real funky, because when you go from a transition from stocks into commodities, you're going to get these transition periods where I don't know necessarily what's necessarily going to happen. I can't tell you what exactly how this is all going to rotate through. Everything's so leveraged up that we could see sell-offs, that we could see things rocket higher. Does that mean that we should be in cash? I don't think so. I think we should be in the commodities that we think are going to do well, because they could run up quite a bit. Then they go and have that event, which we did. I mean, SM Energy from its bottom is up over 20x, about 20 times its money. Does that mean that I should have waited in cash? No, I just bought SM Energy and I'm holding SM Energy. I'm holding all these different companies. So I'm holding through it. That's my take on it. But for gold and silver, I think to go higher, we need to see the dollar get weaker. That's the main thing that I would be watching. Weakness in the dollar. If we don't get that weakness, we're going to have a strong dollar. I think we're going to hold off on the move. because we had a strong dollar today, and gold did not like that. We also had yields. I mean, yields are breaking out. They're breaking out of its 40-year downtrend. This is a big deal. And when yields go up, almost always copper to gold ratio, copper outperforms gold, and energy usually does very well with higher increasing interest rates. This doesn't mean that a crash is coming, because interest rates wouldn't be going up. People are literally dumping bonds. They're dumping bonds because they are afraid of inflation. So the dynamic here, I think, is not very well understood amongst a lot of investors. They think inflation and things just go up, like gold and silver. Gold and silver aren't the most inflation sensitive areas. Energy is. And that's why I've piled into energy so heavily. Now, will this go up? Usually it's delayed a little bit behind these other ones. Copper usually does very well in the beginning. The copper to gold ratio follows the 10-year yield. Higher 10-year yield, that means copper is going to outperform gold. So copper would be one that I might look at too. But I think energy is going to do quite well. Their charts look insane. I know this is supposed to be gold and silver, but I mean, it'll come. Gold and silver charts, I mean, they're in their patterns. They're taking their time, and it may draw out a little bit longer. So that's kind of where I'm at. If you guys like this content, you guys want to keep monitoring this stuff with me, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you like the content, and thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.